It's 12:40 a.m. on Saturday, so what better time than now to do the NFL playoff predictions? I do these every year, and every year I think I get a little bit worse at it. Now, bear with me. Right now I'm recording this audio, but I haven't made any of the graphics yet. And just bear in mind that this show is about the analysis, not the graphic quality. But I think we'll start with the top of the AFC, Browns versus Texans. This game is weird. You have CJ Stroud, who's been balling, but you also have Joe Flacco, who's been balling. These two teams are both kind of unexpected to be where they are at. The Browns are favorites, even though they're going to Houston, and they have the best defense in the NFL. So this game, it's kind of a coin toss for me, but I see CJ Stroud struggling against a really good Browns defense. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to. He's a rookie, and he's playing the best defense in the league. So I'm going to take Browns in that one. I don't like it, though. As a Bengals fan, I don't like taking the Browns in that one. Next is Miami versus KC. I was going to segment these into each matchup, but I guess I'm just raw dogging it. So we got Miami and Kansas City. Now, Miami is, half their team is in the hospital right now, okay? Prayers out for Miami, and it's going to be negative degrees in Kansas City, so it's not looking good for them. But I believe in Miami. I think this is their year to win their first playoff game. I know it's going to be a stretch, and, the most analysis I can give is that it's a gut feeling with Miami here. There's a tendency when you make these brackets to always pick the higher seed, and I think sometimes you got to go against that. So, what's the key to Miami winning this game? It's going to be Tyreek Hill. It's going to be Achane. It's going to be Jalen Waddle being healthy, which I don't even know if he is, but it's going to be Jalen Ramsey locking down Rashee Rice, who is the only Kansas City receiver, and it's just going to be a lot of things going Miami's way, but I'm going to have them winning against Kansas City for the upset there. And then we have... Oh, sorry about that. My microphone fell off my desk. But then we have Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Don't overthink this one. Buffalo is winning. Okay, we got Mason Rudolph, who is by far the worst quarterback in the playoffs. And people forget QB play matters a lot more in the playoffs than it does in the regular season. Steelers have good defense, but, is Joey Porter going to be able to lock down Stephon Diggs? I don't think so. TJ Watt, not healthy going into this game. I'm taking Buffalo pretty convincingly. Now we move over to the NFC, and we have at the top left of this bracket here, Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. Now, when it comes to this one, we got Philadelphia kind of stumbling in here. They lose to the Giants and the Cardinals coming into this, but a lot of people aren't taking into consideration the Buccaneers are also stumbling into this. They got destroyed by the Saints and beat the Panthers 9-0. So the Buccaneers aren't looking too great either. And with this game, I don't think it matters who wins this because I think they're losing in the next round. And as much as I want to pick Tampa to win this one, Philadelphia just makes too much sense. So we're going to pick Philadelphia to advance over Tampa Bay here. And now we have Detroit versus the Rams. I'm going to pick the upset here. I'm going to pick the Rams. And here's why. Okay. The Rams are one of the most underrated teams going into this playoffs. Okay. Matthew Stafford, if he was healthy, 16 games, I keep saying this, MVP of the league. Healthy 16 games. The Rams, I don't know how many games he missed, but he missed a couple, and he was great this year, and they looked great when he was playing. Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, they're going to eat this Lions defense up. This defense, if you can even call it that, they don't defend anything, okay? We got Sean McVay, one of the best play callers ever. We got the Matthew Stafford taking it to Detroit and whooping their ass for the first time they made the playoffs, and who knows when. The Rams are winning this game, okay? If there was one game I would feel the most confident about, it would be Pittsburgh versus Buffalo. But if there was another game I would feel the most confident about, it wouldn't be this one. But it would be number 3. Because the game I'd be second most confident about is Dallas Green Bay. I'm picking another upset. We're just keeping it. Did I pick a single favorite? The only favorite I picked in the first round was Buffalo. That's going to backfire on me. But Green Bay is going to take it to Dallas, and they're going to give it to him nasty, okay? We're going to have a Jordan Love game where he might struggle. It's his first playoff game. Dallas has good defense. Probably throws a couple picks in this one. But the important thing is that Dallas will always find a way to lose the game. You know, a lot of times when we talk about some of these great coaches, we say they always find a way to win. Mike McCarthy always finds a way to lose. And I think that holds up against Green Bay, and they might have a little Cinderella run. So I'm going to pick Green Bay here. And that is the first round. I'm going to have to, get these matchups, put somewhere on my screen so I can actually know what I'm talking about, because they reseed. So I have to, hold on, let me make a graphic real quick. All right, so I got the graphic done, and remember, we're here for the analysis, not the graphics, but honestly, I don't think it looks too bad. So I realized as I was putting the graphic together, I picked every upset in this bracket. In fact, I picked all upsets except the Buffalo Bills beating Pittsburgh in the first round. And that brings us to matchup number... No, it doesn't, because that's in the bottom right. And we started in the top right last time, so we'll keep it going. We got Miami versus Baltimore now. All of my soul wants me to pick Miami, but the simple fact is Baltimore is just going to be more healthy than Miami going into this. And that's what's going to allow them to win. They're getting Mark Andrews back. I don't know if he's going to play too much, considering it's kind of hard to bring someone like that back in after they've been gone for so long. But as long as Baltimore stays as healthy, at least healthier than Miami, they're going to win this game, and they're just going to upset Miami. Now, Buffalo and the Browns. Part of me doesn't want to pick Buffalo because it will mean the 1 and 2 seed are going into this final round, but that's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, I'm picking Buffalo. I think the Joe Flacco miracle run ends there. I think Josh Allen is better than Joe Flacco, big shocker. I think Stephon Diggs is better than Amari Cooper, and I think the Bills have the experience, they have the talent, and they have the quarterback to beat the Cleveland Browns here. Moving on to the NFC, we have the Green Bay Packers and the 49ers. This is where the Packers' miracle run comes to an end. They get beat by the 49ers pretty handedly in this one. Finally, we have the Eagles and the Rams. I'm going to take the Rams. The Eagles look slow going into this playoffs. The Rams look hot. If the Rams beat the Lions, they're going to have a lot of momentum as long as Matthew Stafford stays healthy in the playoffs. I have the Rams beating the Eagles here. And now I have to make another graphic. Fuck. Anyways, I got the graphic made now. And to start about talking... Oh my god, dude, what am I doing? To start with these matchups, okay, as a recap, we got the 49ers versus the Rams, and we got the Ravens versus... Okay. We got the Ravens versus the Bills, okay? Now, I am absolutely 100% sure that both of these 1 seeds are not going to make it to the Super Bowl. Somebody's losing here. It's either the Ravens or the 49ers. And when it comes to me, it's hard for me to see the Rams beating this 49ers team. It's so, they have so much talent. It's hard for me to see it. I could definitely see Buffalo beating the Ravens more, but when it comes to brackets, sometimes you just got to go with what you want, and I want the Rams to beat the 49ers here. I don't know how it happens. Matthew Stafford, it has a legacy game. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua both have 200 yards. Kyron Williams has 17 touchdowns. I don't know how it has to happen, but they beat the 49ers somehow. This is minus, 15 49ers. It wouldn't be that much, but, big upset. The Rams go to the Super Bowl again, and the Ravens beat the Bills. Now, the Bills-Ravens matchup I can analyze a little more than the 49ers-Rams one. The Ravens and the Bills, Lamar and Josh Allen both kind of have this reputation of kind of messing up in the playoffs, to be honest. Lamar has done it a couple of times. Josh Allen has done it a couple of times. And when it comes to this matchup, I think the Ravens are a more well-rounded team, and it feels like it's their year compared to Buffalo, where it never feels like it's their year. And even if they made it, they would lose in the Super Bowl again. So I'm going to pick the Ravens, and I'm going to pick the Rams. Now, I'm not going to bother making a new graphic real quick so I can, look at it. I know the two teams that are in there, and I'm having the Ravens going all the way, man. The Rams, they make it again. They put up the tough fight, but they can't pull it out. And the Ravens are your Super Bowl champions. Lamar Jackson wins his first ring. Jim Harbaugh and John Harbaugh both win a title in the same sport in two different leagues in the same year. It's going to be fantastic, and yeah, I think it's going to be very entertaining. But at the end of the day, no matter what happens in all these games, I have no stake in it because I'm a Bengals fan. I'm just hoping that all these games are good, even if my bracket doesn't work out. And everybody's going to disagree with me in the comments, so just leave them anyway, and I'll argue with you, I promise. Some days I just be on IG yapping to random people in random ass comment section, so I'm sure I would do it on a YouTube video. So that's all I got for today.